Octavian.
Okay, we're gonna answer that question and many more in this upcoming session. Dawn of the New Gods, the Rise of Tiamat.
You said talk amongst ourselves. I'm talking amongst ourselves. I'm just getting great direction from the DM.
Sorry, I thought you were talking out of character. Keep going, friends.
Rise of the Ribs.
Rise of the Ribs.
Rise of the Ribs, Attack of the BBQ.
Hey,
I'm playing that.
John.
I am playing that
I
one.
think we'd all destroy that.
You're eating more ribs than I've ever had in Michigan.
I feel like there's a joke there, so I'm going to laugh.
We tried to go to some place like I think it was Smoke.
We got sold ribs so fucking hard. Like I bought every single rib in the place before I even got there. We get there,
out of fucking ribs.
Out of
Oh,
ribs.
of course.
I do remember that.
And that place is shut down, so you're never going to have their ribs.
Yep.
Leave
Yeah,
it to
'cause we talked
Michigan
about
to get your hopes way high, only to fucking plunge them to the depths once you're actually in.
They were amazing too.
They were really good.
You know why
ribs.
they got shut down? Was it just they?
Electrical fire.
So there was a fire, and they were going to come back, but insurance money took so long to pay out that they couldn't afford to keep it open.
Fucking shit.
I once had a calf strain, and that didn't stop me from getting meatballs.
No, it
did.
it did. Everyone else had to pick up your slack.
Okay.
So that was a dragon fight. As I put away my bow.
I'm like...
I literally can't touch anything, so I have to go wash my hands.
I actually need to refill my water real quick.
Oh
Alright,
my god.
Bio break, 5 minutes.
Oh no, I've got water in here still. Never mind. All right, if we're actually stepping away, then fuck it.
Jesus. Jake, do you want to hear a funny joke? Guess not.
I think everyone's gone AFK.
We Michigan folk are of hardy constitution, and
We come prepared.
we come prepared.
Well, that's funny. Apparently, from Fallout 76 being in the state of West Virginia, there's been a huge interest in visiting there and increase in tourism.
That's amazing. Good for Bethesda. I'm starting to think it's DNS, but maybe not.
They're using
did someone
Cloudflare?
drop?
No. Huh? What?
No.
Oh.
Brian dropped off the face of the planet to go get some more water, but
No, everybody's working for the weekend.
Everybody's working for the weekend. Hey, hey.
I'll walk over to Mirren. I'll grasp Mirren on the shoulder. I'll reach up. We live to fight another day.
Of course.
I just like drop back and lay on the ground, staring up.
Yeah, I'll set the stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't we kill the dragon
Right.
and then...
Then nothing happens because I'm redlining everything that happens after that.
Okay.
So, what was the last thing that hit Vorg and Sherax? Do you guys remember?
That was me and my Kamehameha guiding bolt.
Okay. Guiding bolt. Strikes Vorg and Sherax as he's like screaming through the air. So if you guys remember, y'all went after Vorg and Sherax, who was going after the Pool of Radiance with the lasting effects of the Green Dragon Mask controlled by Wrath Modar, a red wizard of Thay.
Wasn't that Octavian?
No, I'm saying
had the... Oh.
he did have the mask, but Wrath Modar thought he had it, and when you control a dragon with it, the effects last for about 7 days. So he was still somewhat in control of Vorg and Sherax. He brought him to the Pool of Radiance. You actually took the Green Dragon Mask from Spurnick in Castle Valjevo, aka Shadowfang Keep. So, you guys fought through a bunch of treants. You heard a bunch of clapping and all. You got to this huge battle arena. You fought. Boom. Bam. Boom. Vorg and Sherax goes down with a guiding bolt from Mirren. He lands on the ground. into smoldering ruin. All of you are super exhausted from the previous fight. Everyone's on like within an inch of passing out unconscious. Octavian comes over to you, Amathon. He kind of leans up against you, doesn't even say a word, which is odd for him, and leans up against you. You look around. All you see everywhere, besides where Vorg and Shirax landed, is corpses. Just corpses, heaps and mounds of corpses, which were the remaining prisoners and townspeople of Flan. And everyone's dead. And they're literally littering the ground all over the place. In and around Vorg and Shirax, all over the sides of these cliffs. In the crater, you see Cranon with these huge vines that are coming out from him, kind of reaching out towards the bottom of the crater. And it looks like he's protecting some sort of huge bubble that's over this pool at the bottom of the crater.
Wasn't he like zenning out, just like meditating?
He hasn't said a single word since everyone started.
Yep.
He was pretty much zenning out for the entire fight. And the entire time, those vines were growing out from him, almost as if they were reaching towards you guys and reaching towards Vorg and Shirax. So, on the ground is a huge, smoldering dragon corpse. All of you guys are... I'm just going to kill Glevith right now. See how that goes? Bam. That's the power of a DM voice.
No!
All of you guys are looking around. If you remember, Agatar slammed his fist into the ground and gave all of you resistance from the dragon's breath weapon, and he seemed to kind of go into this fury where he was screaming out his daughter's name and hacking at Vorg and Shirax, eventually hitting him, because I couldn't roll for shit. But that doesn't matter. Went into this huge rage and eventually, during the fight, dropped right over here. So that's where we'll start. Octavian is leaning on a Mathon.
Didn't my
Bam!
character come in and grab him and then disappear again?
That was redline, bro.
Okay.
I told you. Everything after this point right now was redlined. So now we're starting over again so I can describe it in more detail because that's important plot points. And everyone was super tired because it was like 1 a.m. when we finished that.
Yeah.
That was rough.
So, you're looking at the diseased and dead corpse of Vorg and Shirax. Wrath Motor is all the way down on the southern edge of the crater, dead as well.
Vorg and Shirax's corpse is diseased? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Desiccated, dead.
Yeah.
Riddled with arrows, divine magic, and arcane magic. His wings are all torn up. His face looks like his jaw got dislocated from a couple huge hard hits from Agatar's axe. And he's laying there. You see Octavian leaning on a Mathon, and that's where I'm going to give it to you guys.
I walk over to Mir and I put my arm on his shoulder and tell him we live another day.
The smirk.
Check on Octavian.
Yeah. Well, better check on the rest of them, and Mirren will just walk around to, because we still had all the NPCs, and so he'll go around looking at them.
Most of them ran away, scared. Just deal with the people that are on the screen right now.
Okay.
I am definitely laying on the ground, staring up, breathing heavily.
All right, Brian, you turn around to look at Octavian, who seems to be leaning on you, and it feels like all of his weight is on your right shoulder. And you turn around, you turn towards him. As soon as you kind of step away from him, he slumps to the ground. Blah.
I'll drop down and try to see how he's doing, I guess.
You immediately notice 3 huge, deep gashes on his back. As you kind of catch him as he's falling, you notice there's a huge wet blood, all this blood starts kind of going on your arms as you catch him. And he's obviously just right on the tip, on the fringe of being alive and being dead.
I'll yell for Mirren, and I'll try to do a medicine check.
Yeah. I will come running over.
Okay. Mirren comes running over. Do your medicine check, Amathon. These aren't wounds that you could just put a bandage on and stop from bleeding. They're pretty goddamn deep.
So
Still do my best.
Yeah.
I'll come over and immediately. Let's see, what do I have left?
If the commotion seems serious, I would get up and run over.
Okay. Tiny.
Yeah, I'll run over.
All right. Everybody starts crowding around Octavian. Amathon's kind of scratching at him, trying to figure out like what's the best way to close these wounds, and all the bandages that he's putting on seem to just be pouring more and more blood out.
Could I force feed him a potion of healing?
I cure wounds at a higher level.
Okay, cast it.
I did.
Oh, perfect. 20. All right. Mirren casts that. It seems like the wounds close up for just a moment, and then slowly but surely they start opening again. Everybody roll a perception check. Ooh. That's good enough for me. Amathon and Mirren.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the wounds closing ever so briefly when you cast that healing spell, it seems like they close and then they slowly start burning open.
Burning open?
It's not like
acid burn open, or
more like flames. And slowly but surely they open back up to where they originally were, and blood starts pouring out on you, Brian.
can I do like a? At this point, I'm assuming it's magical, so like an Arcana check.
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
No.
Brian and Jeeth.
I got it too.
Tiny. The original wounds might have been like claw marks, but these seem to be definitely arcane in nature. Some sort of like, I don't know, a devilish spell maybe.
Are you saying devil?
You would think that. Some sort of like infernal spell. You've seen it with a few demons or devils that you've dealt with. And at that, Amathon and Naleska, you get in your head a little slight low laughter. And then you hear, well, you wouldn't think it'd be that easy now, would you?
I draw my bow, arrow knocked, pointed at Naleska.
As that happens, you finally see the last little... What do I want to say it? Seems like the warmth, kind of the last little breath of warmth.
If that's starting to happen, I would actually like to try and dispel magic.
Okay, do that.
Let's see. But I'm casting it. I only have.
Whoa.
No, I'll cast it at a 4th level.
Okay.
10 plus.
When you cast a spell using a 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effect of a spell on the target if the spell's level is equal or greater or less equal to or less than the level. All right, it does not. What's the DC? DC 10 plus the spell's level. 1 second. 1d20 plus. You get your charisma modifier on those, right?
Wisdom, I believe.
6, 11, 30. Nope.
Yeah, no, I can't beat that.
So you see Mirren cast something really quickly. You guys get that message, and then you see a small ring of red letters, very similar to what you've seen before with Black Phillip, start forming over here.
I say, Naleska, you move, you die.
I am not moving at all. I'm actually fairly catatonic.
And
Naleska,
then guess
something
what?
you want to tell me?
Guess who shows up, boys? That shadow shows. He appears out of the ring of flames, and he looks right at you, Naleska, and he says, I'm here to pick up what's owed. And he looks oh so delicious.
Leska,
About that contract.
what the fuck did you promise?
Nothing but my life and the lives of my enemies.
Yet somehow someone seems to have the impression that my brother is
It's
on
not
that
an
list.
impression,
Octavian
Amathon.
was your enemy?
It's
Not
written
at all.
in a contract. And I'm sure from your more chaotic nature, you know that contracts with us are binding. So if you'd all take one step away from little Octavian there, I am going to need him.
I will fucking not. I'll pull out both my weapons.
It's not a good idea.
I would actually step in front of a Mathon between him and Black Phillip and say, my life for my sons.
But I already have your life. Why would I need more of your life? So what am I actually getting in this exchange now?
I will be your servant for whatever.
Which you are. Which you already are.
Or I could do nothing, and then all you're going to do is torture my soul.
Yeah, they both sound like great options, yeah.
Which is more productive for you?
Taking Octavian now, and then taking you in a brief instance. At least a
trade-
brief instance for me.
I'll trade myself for Octavian if you let him go.
Unfortunately, as much as I would like that, that wasn't part of the deal.
Neither was he.
I'm happily willing to make an exception.
But I'm not. You see, I've been lacking something in my court. Lacking something that Octavian can provide, and you know what that is?
Humor?
I've got enough of that. But thanks, Mirren. Music.
If you've been watching my family as long as you say you have, you would know that I could also fill that role. I don't understand your motivations.
You never have. That's why we're in this, isn't it?
I'm ignoring him pointedly.
Well, here's the thing, no. Your family, they make music. Yeah. Is it good music? No. So, that's the end of that.
What did you promise?
If
He promised a lot. And in return, I believe we struck a fair bargain, and he got a lot in return. So, one of the things that I get is Octavian there.
You have no claim over him. You
have-
striking a deal with Novaleska gives you no claim over my brother.
Oh, Naleska's claim, or the deal that we struck, gave me every claim over your brother and his.
Naleska doesn't
Son.
speak for him.
Oh, he does. When you share blood like they do, he does.
He's old enough to make his own decisions. He's not his father anymore.
he doesn't even know I'm his father, how can...
Whose fault is that, Naleska? Is that mine?
I don't know, is it?
No, it's
You
not.
sold out your children?
He sold out his children. But that's okay, because I'm here to collect. It's better than sending him to, well, I don't know, to Taurus. At least, with me, he's just going to be making music and enjoying what he, would have done on this plane, except with me. And, as Naleska can attest, he will probably get as much or more of the food that he desires, as much or more of the women that he desires. Be it they're going to be a little bit more horny than, the ones he's used to, but that's okay. And no
With
one
the party
laughs.
ticket stole, can you bring him back so we can actually talk with him? What does he
And-
want to do?
Oh, it doesn't matter what he wants to do. That's not the deal we struck. Isn't that right, Naleska?
Had I known these details, I wouldn't have struck the deal.
Of course you didn't know them. Of course you just went out and decided to sell off yourself and everyone who's beholden to you in any way, including your own children. And you called us young and foolish.
Now, we both agreed to the contract. I gave you a copy of it, and you signed it. In blood.
Sorry.
And you did.
You have to give me 1 second because I actually need to pull up the contract. There's something I was gonna. God damn it.
Now, I'm happy, very happy, that all of you took down the dragon. And Nell's been feeding me so many souls. How could I not enjoy allowing him to travel with you guys anymore? I mean, it's just been
I'm distracted out of character. I'm trying to bring up the contract on my laptop.
souls and souls and souls, and they've all been so delicious. So yeah, I don't want to go through you to take Octavian and Nell. Can I? Yes. Will I? Yeah.
No,
Do
what
I
about
want
if
to?
letting him live would feed you more souls?
You see, I don't know about that because most of the time it seems like from just brief instances of watching you, that Tiny over there, he seems to have a penchant for killing, and it's great. So does Mathon, and Naleska obviously does because of how many souls he's sent me. But
That's also because you blessed him with your gifts.
Octavian,
What about trying to strike a deal with him?
we already did. We already did, baby. That's what I'm here about. But Octavian, he plays that music. He plays it so well. He encourages you guys.
Are you part of the Infernal Court?
Is that a question you should be asking right now?
Yes.
I feel like it's a question you should have been asking some time ago before you went off and did what you've done.
Isn't that the truth?
Are you a member of the Infernal Court?
Do you feel a reason that I should do? Do you see a reason where I should answer that question?
Any discussion of this contract nulls and voids the contract unless it is with a member of the Infernal Court. So are you openly discussing this contract with people that are not part of the contract by being a member of the Infernal Court?
If you ask, yes. Yes, I'm a member of the Infernal Court in Alaska.
I would sink down.
Is that the only question you have for me?
No response.
Okay. And if that's it, a Mathon, if you would step aside.
No.
Mathon, please. Nell, if you would please talk to him about this.
Oh. Stand up. And I would stand beside a Mathon. But I would be staring at Black Phillip.
And?
Nothing yet.
Actually, you know what? I've just thought of something. Before any of you do anything foolish, I've come to my senses a little bit. Just a little. How about this? Why don't, if you're so intent on keeping Octavian on this plane and so intent on keeping him alive, why don't we make a trade? I'll take the soul of little old Vorg and Shirax over there, and that beautiful green mask that Octavian has on him.
No.
I'll take both of those, and you can have your friend.
I can't trust any deals with you. I'm not that foolish.
I will put everything, good sir, in writing.
We see how well that worked.
Oh, everything was in writing with Naleska. He just failed
You've
to
just
take
proven my point.
every necessary precaution when reading the contract. And by the mask I was talking about on Octavian's body, I meant the one that Mirren is currently holding. Mirren had grabbed the mask
Yep.
off of Octavian's.
I shove it down my pants.
Got your green dragon mask.
Mirren, baby, if you think that's gonna stop me, you are talking to the wrong devil.
At least then I get something out of it.
You know, I can just wait here all day. It's not like any of you are gonna get away from me.
Why don't you wait here 24 hours?
And then what?
Be it.
You think I'll revert into a goat? Here, I'll give you one of these. Bat.
Thank you for that, Sha.
No problem. Look, I don't want to hurt any of you. Well, past the amount of hurt that you've already been through. Amathon, I know it's hard to lose a family member, but Neleska's losing a family member as well. And he just, you know, he's okay with it. He understands the importance of me taking Octavian. So I don't see why you don't.
So you taking him, what does that do to his contract?
Oh, Neleska's?
Yeah.
Nothing, baby. He'll just keep, you know, collecting souls for me. I gave him look at see those beautiful demon scales slowly crawling their way up Nell's neck. You think that's just you know, something he got because what? He walked into a tattoo parlor? Come on now.
We have no doubts about how they got them, but that changes nothing. You're not taking Octavian.
And I mean, what do all of you plan on doing about it?
Whatever I have to.
And that is what?
I'd point at Black Phillip and cast True Strike.
True strike. You extend your hand and point a figure at a target. Read insight to the target's defenses on your next turn. What's somatic, Brian?
Pointing. Movement.
Okay.
Hands.
Yep.
Pointing!
Yep. I was just making sure. So you get advantage on your first attack?
Yep.
Oh. Nell, you don't want to do that. You're going to have to come at something a lot stronger than that if you're going to stop me from taking Octavian and that mask. And really...
I grab Octavian and cast Blink.
And cast what?
Blink.
All right. What's Blink?
Change planes.
Roll a d20 at the end of your turn for a duration. Okay. Well, Mirren, green dragon mask in one hand.
I think it's cradling his balls.
Oh, yeah. Green dragon mask making an imprint in his loins, grabs Octavian, and both of them blink out of existence. Black Phillip looks at the three of you and says, ooh.
Just so you know, I did also then cast Bane.
Yeah. I love it when they run. I guess we'll throw this into initiative. I didn't really want to fight, but Jesus Christ. At least Mirren's going to survive. Tiny, run, bro.
The party wipes again.
I'll just weekend at Bernie's Octavian's corpse.
Just wait, I'll put you back on just a sec.
Alright.
Boom. Bam. Tiny. Bam. Bam. Okay, what 6.1. Amathon 18.1.
It's 18.
All right, boys. I didn't get to change all of his. 16. Everybody done? All right. Tiny. Who'd you cast Bane on? No?
Oh, Black Phillip.
Just Black Phillip?
Yeah.
Okay. Tiny. So, a small drop of blood falls off of Neleska's hand, and all of a sudden... Is there any visual cues to Bane?
some. Oh, it's blink. Bane. Verbal somatic material. So yes, he has to do some kind of. He says something has to move and then has to have a drop of blood.
What does Bane do here? Fails the saving throw. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll, the roll must. Okay, distract. Okay,
So use charisma save first.
you guys see. Where'd that Black Phillip at? 17, GV.
Trying to see
What's
if
he-
it's 17 or 18. 17.
All right, so Jiffy casts something right as Black Phillip, or right as Mirren and Octavian disappear, and it doesn't seem to affect him. You see small orange flames kind of start forming on Black Phillip's hand, but then they disappear as he shakes it off. Tiny.
Up here.
Okay.
Is there a Black Phillip token, or does it really matter?
Wait, do you not see it?
That's the big one right there.
I don't see it.
Oh really? Shit.
Wait, for real?
For realsies. However, my desktop's kind of freaking, so like,
It's like he's literally like 10 feet away from you.
okay,
Do you see him now? If I
No.
move him?
no. I have a feeling if I refresh,
Just reload real quick.
All right. Gertie.
Yep.
All right.
That's on top, John.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I definitely see him now.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes more sense. So while you were gone, Tiny scampered up behind a Mathon real quick, and did his normal hide behind Mathon, and popped Black Phillip right in the shoulder. And he kind of looks at it. He jolts back and he looks at it and he's like, "Ooh,
Spicy.
a Mathon."
Oof. I'm a roll master over here. I can't.
Are
do
you
shit.
moving up to him?
On my screen, I'm right next to him.
Oh, you are.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Like
You're
I
not-
assume he's like
You're 10 feet away on my screen.
Yeah, you're right here.
Yeah.
Brian.
he's 10 feet
Yeah,
away.
I see him occupying these 4 squares.
Okay, that
That's
is.
fucked up.
Let me just reload mine real quick.
Let me reload mine as well.
Oh my god, I love Roll20.
We fixed it in the next release, guys.
We should just use like overhead webcams and minis.
Did that work?
Well,
DM says go.
we're waiting for
Uh,
Brian.
All right.
What up, Brian?
There we go.
That
now
work?
I'm assuming I probably didn't hit.
Hello?
Yeah. Shaw.
Huh?
Shaw. Shaw.
Can you hear us?
Ah, there we go. Hey, I can hear you now. This is going real well. All right, Bri, your turn.
I assume I missed 13, 13, 16.
Let me look. 13, 13, 16. 13, 13, 16. I need to pull up his character sheet again. Yeah, all 3 of those miss.
Okay, that's me.
Black Phillip. Black Phillip. He's going to pull out a big trident. Except it doesn't look like a trident. It's actually shaped like a big eating fork.
Hmm.
He's gonna have some spaghetti.
He's going to have some scrambled tiefling. Bri, he's
What
going to
up?
look at you and he's going to say, "Oh, those attacks. Gonna have to try. Just going to have to try a little bit harder. Let me show you how it's done." Uno, dos, tres.
Second
Any
one
of those
does.
hit?
Second one does.
14 piercing damage.
All right, I go unconscious. I only had 5 HP left in the dragon fight.
Jesus Christ.
And with that, he kind of impales a Mathon. Not deadly, but impales him, and he kind of slings him over his shoulder. Kind of like he's carrying a hobo sack. And he looks at you,
God.
Naleska, and he looks at you, Tiny, and he says, yummy. I believe you're next now.
Yes, I am.
I should blink back in at some point.
I don't know how long it lasts. Just let me know.
I
Oh,
thought
Next
it was-
turn, I believe.
It's like each round I come back and I can basically move to another spot, and then I roll again to see if I blink out again.
Oh, okay. Let's put you on initiative then.
I can't unless my
I
character's
know.
on there.
I'm putting you back.
Okay.
Spam. Where'd you go, Bob?
That was
There.
Octavian. Oh.
I know.
15.
There we go. 15. I need to add you in the initiative order. 15. Bam. Descending. So it's on.
It's on Mirren right now. not
Mirren,
me.
you'd come back right after. You'd come back. What you see is you actually come back right next to Tiny. You're still holding Octavian. Tiny. Mirren blinks into existence right next to you. Mirren, you look over. You see a Mathon kind of semi-impaled on a big-ass fork that Black Phillip's holding.
Shit. Healing him probably wouldn't do much good. He'd still be impaled on the fork.
You're correct.
Let's see, are you down? Yeah, you're down.
Brian's like a afternoon hobo
Yeah.
hobo treat. It's gonna be so good. Yummy.
Well, I guess I will. Try guiding bolting him.
Brian, you motherfucker. 1 second.
What?
Huh?
Does a 19 hit you?
No.
Okay, never mind.
So he's not on the fork?
He's not on the fork.
Okay.
He's also not down because I forgot about Bane.
He made the save against Bane.
Brian's on the fork, motherfuckers.
Shut it, Sha.
You guys are idiots. Let me just do the fork emoji.
Fuck.
Let's see. How far away am
Sorry.
I? Shit,
Yeah, you can guiding bolt him if you want, Mirren.
No, I was trying to see if I could go up and try and pull him off the fork. Well, I will. Yeah, I will run over and try and pull him off the fork.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a strength check versus Black Phillips. Or make an athletic. Make an athletics check.
Probably
or
not.
what is the other one? Athletics or acrobatics check. Well, the acrobatics wouldn't really come into play. Make a strength or athletics check, whatever you want.
I did athletics. It's the same modifier, so it doesn't matter too much.
Okay. Versus mine. 22.
No.
Does not work.
Okay.
That was your action.
Then I gotta see if I blink out again. I think it's. 1d20. Oh, I stay.
All right. Nell.
Can I use my bonus action?
Yes, you can.
Then I will summon spiritual weapon.
Do you have those spells available?
Yes,
I don't
I do.
know. I don't know how many you used in the last one.
Because I kept going down in the last fight and he kept running away, I did not use much of my spells at all.
Spiritual weapon. Where do you want it?
Just right next to me.
Splabam. There you go. All right,
That's neat.
Nell.
Alright, theoretically this won't hit anybody. And if it does, I will definitely change it, but... What the fuck? I'm going to cast... Burning Hands at level 2, because you know that's totally going to help, but...
Okay.
Nell's kind of flailing right now.
Where are you casting it?
So it's a 15-foot cone, so I shouldn't hit anybody. I'm just going, like...
15 foot?
Yep.
Like this?
Yep.
Hitting Black Phillip?
Yep.
Poor Black.
All right, Nell. As soon as you start casting your, what is it?
Burning Hands.
Burning Hands, thank you.
Burning
As soon as you guys see Nell start casting Burning Hands, what are the... Either you've seen him before, he starts wiggling his fingers, flames start appearing in his hands, he's about to throw it out. The spell dissipates, and Nell... How do I link a spell here?
I think you can...
Yeah, if you
It's
do a
not...
click or drag it from the...
Nell.
Isn't it just clicking the spell? And then it might try and roll, but...
I'm trying to. I'm not clicking the spell that's in the...
And you could also go to just like D&D spells. D&D spells.
Okay, well, either way. Now, as soon as you try to cast Burning Hands and trying to hit Black Phillip, all of a sudden, you become paralyzed and stunned.
Alright.
Ouch.
Read the first part of your section of the contract.
Do you mind copy-pasting it? Because otherwise I'm going to have to open my laptop and bring it up.
First party must never deliberately harm the second party Black Phillip or through purposeful indirect action cause harm to Black Phillip. This includes, but is not limited to, requesting or paying a third party to cause harm to Black Phillip. You are stunned.
That
Make
is
a saving
actually
throw.
not the first part of the contract. I pulled it up anyways.
The first part of your section of the contract.
Make a con saving throw?
Oh. Yeah, make a con saving throw. That's the second. That's the second one. Sorry, second part. All right, Tiny. All of a sudden, you see Neleska go stiff as a board, standing there right after he tried to cast something onto Black Phillip.
I will... Can I move and ready in action?
Yeah, because the reading in action is a standard. So.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
As I'm moving, I'm gonna ask Black Phillip if he takes Octavian, will he go? And I'm ready in action if he does anything hostile towards any party member or myself. I'm going to shoot him.
Okay. A Mathon is dangling. Send me one of those saves, brother.
Yep.
All right, Black Phillip's going to look at you, Tiny. He's going to say, that's what I originally came for, baby. Except, Tiny, let me do one thing, please. It'll be so funny and it'll be delicious.
Does anybody remember the command to DM roll? Is it just /DM roll?
Slash DM roll.
W.
Slash
Yeah.
W, then GM.
Oh, okay.
That's the
looking
Whisper
at,
GM.
he's looking at you pleadingly, Tiny.
Do what?
I kind of just want to push Neleska over now that he's, stiff as a board. It'll be so funny.
Can I just lean over and push him over instead?
Oh, absolutely. Do you do that?
Yeah, we can just do that.
All right. Black Phillip's going to walk over to Octavian.
Can I have a Mathon off the fork now?
Yeah, he'll kind of shimmy a Mathon off the fork. Grab Octavian. And bloop,
And I will
disappears.
cure wounds.
I will start walking over here. We were unable to defeat Black Phillip.
I can't seem to figure out how to get this shit to work.
So 11.
Sorry, what?
I'm trying to get this DM roll thing to work.
Well,
You typed me roll 1d20. Yes, that is what you do, Bri.
Yeah, I thought there's like GM roll.
It doesn't matter because Miran's going to heal you for 11.
All right. Yeah, I mostly just want to know for the future, but
/ GM roll 1d20. Or is it? Yeah, it should
there
be
it
slash.
goes.
There you go.
It's GM roll no space. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The other thing is, I think on your character sheet you can send it to GM only.
Naleska, how long are you
death
stunned for?
saves.
I actually closed it already. I have no idea how long I'm stunned for.
Oh, as soon as Black Phillip leaves, Naleska, you're laying on the ground. You suddenly has full motor control.
I continue laying on the ground, staring up at the sky.
Matha, when you come to, I'll come over to you and say, I do apologize. We are unable to defeat Black Phillip.
I know that went going in.
I fucking sold your brother so fucking hard.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Oh, that's why I waited for him to go down.
And I'll look at you, Mathan.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice. His life is in your hands, dude.
Yeah.
His life is in your hands. Mr. Lebowski wanted me to say that again. His life is in your hands.
I'm going to
Hey,
step
Shaw.
over next to Nell.
I'm going to take.
Hold on. Go ahead, Bob.
I'll whisper it.
Go ahead.
Amathan, I am still laying on the ground, staring up.
Something you need to tell us? Anything to say for yourself?
I want to talk about the contract, but I'm not sure if I can. I've wanted to talk about the contract, but the contract forbids me from talking about it.
So you just sold out not only my brother, but all of your children and yourself and everyone we've killed? And now you're nothing more than his puppet that's going to be used to feed him.
Apparently.
Okay. You guys would see Miran sigh and just like flip his coin and take a look at it, and then essentially just walk over and put his hand on Amathan's shoulder. There is nothing we can do.
Perhaps not the moment, but I
No.
think we can at least prevent something more from happening in the future.
I don't know if he'll let you kill me if that's what you're thinking.
Shah, I'm taking attacks on Nell.
Okay.
Is there at advantage because he's on the ground?
Yep. Nope.
Advantage.
Oh, yep.
Now, what's your hit points?
Current or total?
Current?
They're in roll
I see.
20.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh.
Chief.
All right.
Oh, we'll see. Might not make any difference.
Amathan in a rage. You guys heard the exchange? It's pretty obvious.
I was asking for it.
You drive some pretty deep cuts into Naleska. And, yeah.
I will turn
It's
Amathan.
I'll be honest, it's not going to be one round's worth.
Yeah.
He's going to keep going for 3 or 4 of these cycles.
I would try and stop you at some point. And
So Amathan is like savagely just driving his sword down into Naleska. Miran, you can try to drag him off. Give me an athletics check to try.
this isn't going to work.
And Brian,
Maybe.
make an athletics check at advantage to overcome that. If you want, unless you're going to let Miran drag you off.
Nah, it'll take a little bit.
I'll be like,
It takes a little bit, and
as I'm trying to, it sounds like he might be your only chance of finding your brother.
he throws an elbow into your face, Miran, one last time. Brian makes 3 more slashes across Naleska's body. Brian, at this point, you hear Miran say he may be the only chance of finding your brother. You can either, in a rage, keep beating on Naleska and kill him, or stop right now and have a chance at saving him. Your call.
Give me a sec. I'm just throwing you
Yeah.
That's my answer right there.
It looks like Mirren Amathon takes like a half second to think about what you said, and then drives the tip of his +2 longsword straight through Naleska's chest. Sorry, Jiffy, stopping Naleska's heart on the spot. And Amathon, you hear an ever so slight voice say, "Ah, delicious." All right, well.
Guess
Oh,
I'm
no.
rolling.
I'm gonna walk over to Naleska to ensure that he's dead. I'm loading him.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
I think he's spent enough times where he can't even reuse his robes.
After Amathon finally digs his last spear thrust into his chest, he drops both of his weapons and collapses onto the ground. Sits there and starts bawling.
With Amathon's loud cries in the background, Mirren and Tiny, you two see slow runic blue circles start forming under Agatar, and a lot of the members that are still have. You see blue runic arcane circles start forming under Agatar and a lot of the members of the town of Flan that are laying around dead. You also see a blue runic circle start forming under Naleska.
Can I roll like an Arcana or anything like try and see, like discern what they are?
Yeah, I'll do an
Mm-hmm.
Or it'd be religion.
Both, either one you can't tell right now. I mean, you can make checks just to see.
Yeah,
Tiny, it's some sort of maybe necromantic preservation spell. And then you also see... What the heck? Oh, whoops. A big, huge blue portal start forming under the gauntlet. Runes start streaming off of the gauntlet that Agatar had as his arms and his legs and go onto the ground. And a huge, big portal kind of opens up. And while that opens, Amathon's still crying on the ground. Broken.
I'll walk up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just go Tiny. 2 once again.
Kick Amathon over while you're at it. All right. Well, if you're just going to wait to see what comes through the portal.
I'm readying an action with an attack.
You guys already know what's coming through, essentially. So, in what
idea.
sounds like a larger cry than Amathon, you see on his hands and knees, Garrick, the quote-unquote unofficial leader of Order of the Gauntlet, kind of starts scrambling frantically over to Agatar's body. And he's screaming, "I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with this. I can't take these right now." And he starts collecting all of the pieces of Agatar, of the runic armor that Agatar was essentially made out of, as Agatar is starting to slowly disappear because of his purpose as a revenant was fulfilled.
I go down there and like essentially try and grab Garrick.
It's literally like he doesn't even see you or notice your presence. He's so what is that?
Do you still have fly?
Don't you complete that, dick.
It's like Garrick's got some blue balls.
God damn it.
He's got one. He's got checked out.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, that is like a 30-foot sheer drop. So do you still have fly?
Probably not, Shaw.
So you do not.
Yeah.
So you see Garrick
is
frantically on the ground trying to collect all the pieces of Agatar. He's crying out louder than Amathon. He's somehow drowning out Amathon's tears. And he's screaming, like I said, "I can't deal with this right now. I can't
door down to my cape.
I can't deal with this right now.
And be like, and try and grab him.
Why would I ever do this?" Okay, you can try and slide down the embankment if you want. Roll an acrobatics check.
I was just going to dimension door.
Oh, that also works. So you dimension door behind Garrick. You grab him. You
Like,
kind of like
Get
grab
your
him
shit
off
together type thing.
Agatar. He's like, you get off me. I need these. These are me. This is mine. This is me.
There's
I
too
need
much going
these.
on right now. We've all lost someone today. We've lost multiple people today.
Your loss doesn't even compare to my loss. He screams that at you.
What do you mean?
Just let me take these and go.
Go where? We have it. We have part of the mask. We still got shit we need to
Wherever
do.
I can stop these memories from flooding into me.
What memories?
He kind of lets out this he lets out this huge like scream, almost like worse than a death scream, essentially, like something you've never heard before. I mean, especially from an elf. I mean, you haven't seen this kind of display of emotion from an elf before. It's,
completed his purpose. He's now with his family.
No.
you think I give a shit about Agatar? He grabs the gauntlets and he's like, look, just meet me. This goes to Waterdeep. He grabs the gauntlets. He grabs the other pieces of Agatar's, body essentially, and jumps into and back through the portal. At the same time, you see all those people that had blue under them start slowly disappearing too, which includes Skurg, who's not on the map right now.
That's actually the reason I'm crying.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason. That's the reason Garrick's crying, bro. Your Arcana check, Tiny, I assume was on the runes.
Nope. My Arcana check was on my broom. To fly
Oh, okay. Yep.
down. Does the portal stay open?
Portal stays open. Everybody that seemed like they were, not completely charred to a crisp, including Neleska and Skurg and Glevith, all slowly start disappearing with a similar runic circle forming under them.
I'm gonna fly down to here.
Okay.
And land and start looking at this big fuck.
I've burned through everything at this point. I'd have to walk down.
All right, you guys, at this point, looking at the portal, Mirren, you're going to think that it's only going to stay open for about another minute.
We got to do shit here before we can go back.
So you and Amath, you guys have a choice right now. You can go back to Waterdeep, or you can talk to Cranon.
Say talk to Cranon because we can try and use.
I vote Crandon as well.
What's his name? The crazy guy that teleported us around.
Yep. Horizon Walker.
Horizon Walker.
HZ?
Yeah, we can ping HZ again and possibly get back.
Yeah, if he even knows where you're at.
No, when we get back to town.
Dude's loopy, man.
Shaw.
Yeah.
You don't need me for like a minute, right?
Yeah.
Good, because I'm going to get a beer from a homie.
I'm sorry, friend. I love you.
This is gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
No, he's fucking dead.
I did roll to not kill him.
He did. I was kind of hoping you'd keep him alive, and then we could do that little side quest later on.
Nope.
What, of us killing him?
No, because
You and Neleska becoming fast friends, and then going after Black Phillip.
Oh, going after Black Phillip is still on the agenda. Me and Nell becoming fast friends. That's a little farther away.
no. If Amathon turned his back, literally, Naleska's last thought would be like, "I'm gonna live," as an arrow was gonna through his head. And then I could deal with Amathon after the fact, going, "Yeah, you chose him to live. I didn't."
That was your choice, bro. Not
Let's
mine.
be honest. He would have been okay with it.
Yeah,
He might have been pissed that he didn't do it, but
Yeah, no, I could handle that conversation.
that would be an easy one to
Yeah.
Yeah, you chose for him to live. That's good on you. You're the better person. I'm not.
It was just like, guys, oh,
His last thought would have been, "Oh my god, I'm gonna live."
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love it.
Octavian being my bond when that whole happened, like that is just he's blaming somebody. I don't know if you guys know this, but a Mathon has an anger problem.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, Nell. I love you.
It's okay. We'll get you a therapist when we get back to Waterdeep.
I'll add you to the graveyard, bro.
Trust me,
So,
I have a.
are you guys going to all choose to talk to Cranon? I assume you're sticking together.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
after
I
a
was
little
assuming
bit.
Mathon would be up there crying for a while.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just making
He'd
sure.
get
that-
over it eventually. I'll hit us with some mood music so you can just chill with a Mathon.
I'm not eating, I promise.
God, are you crushing more ribs?
Maybe. So, Tiny and Mirren, you can go down to Cranon if you want. If that's okay, I'll move you. A Mathon's still going to be crying at the top of the canyon
Yeah, I'll take
over where Octavian's body used to be.
Before Mirren and before we approach, I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna put both my hands on your shoulders, and I'm gonna go, "Are we cursed?"
Oh, Brian, beautiful, dude. Is that for Nell or is that for Octavian?
I have to.
The second one is for Nell. The first one's for Octavian.
Second one's for Nell.
Actually, to be fair, the second one should be more for Octavian because I was playing for beef.
Oh my god.
Because he's not here, he's gone. I have to do it.
You know what? I'm gonna link that to him in Slack right now because I don't
That's
think
so
he's heard
good.
it in a little while.
And we're gonna look at it. And he's like, "No, my short friend, I don't believe we are. We're just better at surviving than those we tend to walk around with." Partner
Feels
with.
like it.
Hey, I love it. A Mathon's still alive? That's +1 of last time.
Yeah, we're up one.
I'd
We're
pour
up
one.
one.
I'd pour
This
one
is-
out
this is
for my
better.
homies, but I don't want to ruin the rug.
I'll walk up and I'll yell,
He's emotionally
"Ahoy!"
unstable, but that's not with us.
And I'll push my hand out. Ahoy!
You see this? You approach this enormous stone giant who looks like he's almost embedded into this gigantic pool behind him. Almost as if the pool is maybe feeding on him, or like they're in some sort of like relationship with each other, like he's growing into the he's growing into the pool.
He's banging the portal.
Yeah, you don't see his legs. All you see is his arms and his upper bodies, and then just like this thick vegetation, these vines that are kind of weaving themselves in and around the pool. And when you say ahoy, he just looks at you. His eyes ever so slightly have like a hint of recognition, but he doesn't say anything.
I am coming down there eventually.
Can we help you out there? I'll look over at Mirren.
He kind of looks. He looks behind him. The stone giant looks behind itself, looks at the pool, looks at you, and then shakes his head very slowly, and holds up his hand almost as if he's saying, "Stop.
Stop right there.
Stop
Gotta know right now.
Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch." That's the Spice Girls, by the way. And
And
Cran
none of us are
singing it.
human.
Yeah, none of us.
None of us are here. Yeah.
Those,
Oh,
the
shit.
humans didn't make it.
Yep.
He said so.
He just-
Sounds like he's saying stay away from the pool. What was? I don't remember what was originally up at the pool. Like why he was guarding it. Gave people
Outside of being a
something.
place of power, I don't remember whatsoever. It's been doing.
The tablet that was dug out of the Castle Valjevo when the Cult of the Dragon was digging under there, they found a tablet that had some sort of druidic writing in it that wasn't maybe fully interpreted correctly, but it said there's a pool with a huge amount of power in a crater, which Cranon guards. And when you showed it to Hector Brom said, yeah, a lot of druids and rangers like to go up there and learn from this dude named Cranon, who was a stone giant.
Also fitting.
Um,
Let's see.
I would also like to learn. Are you okay?
He looks at you. His eyes kind of widen. He looks around, looks back at the pool, and he looks kind of confused by the question.
Aaron will hum the theme, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Anything.
Then he's going to splay out his arms like he's asking you to just sit.
I'll sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you guys sit, he closes his eyes. Crosses his arms.
Nothing.
How long are you going to wait?
Oh, fuck it. I'll take my short rest now.
Yeah.
Okay, short rest is an hour. After an hour, the only time Cranon ever seems to move is when it's not Cranon himself, but a bunch of the vines maybe come back and dip themselves into the pool. And you see Cranon kind of flinch in pain, but then slowly he goes back into a meditative state.
The vine. Mirren, I think I can hit one of those vines with an arrow.
So give it a shot. We might be able to cut some of them down too.
From here, I'm gonna aim for one of the arrows. Do you mind giving me Tymora's blessing?
I will do that.
Oh, essentially, you guys have taken a short rest, remember? So spend your hit dice if you.
Just did.
Guidance 1d4.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take an attack on one of the. Ooh, a 2. 23 to hit one of the vines.
As you aim up at a vine, Cranon's eyes very quickly open up in shock, and as you shoot, he kind of moves his hand super quickly, faster than you could anticipate. In the trajectory of the arrow slams through his fist, and it's still there, and he pulls it back in obvious pain, crosses his arms, does one of these, and goes back into a meditative state.
I'll be honest. I feel kind of safe here. I wouldn't mind taking a long rest anyway.
Well, we have
shot a giant. Yeah.
You guys, after about 5 more minutes, you see Cranon kind of exhale, pull out the arrow, set it right in front of himself. Then he takes 2 more vines that weren't in the pool. He puts them in the pool. He gets a huge face. He's like wincing in pain. And then he slowly lets out a breath, crosses his arms, and continues meditating.
Well, I'm guessing there's nothing we can do but wait.
Yeah, I say we go down to the rock pile down here and set up shop.
Let's go do a peek at what's his name's body, the mage guy, Rathmodar.
I can fly up there real quick.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll fly up there.
Okay. Rathmodar. Let me find what he has on him.
I will loot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I assumed. That's why I was going straight to the loot.
Chief, send me your list of your items.
You can.
So, question: how many of my items survived the absolute slaying that Brian laid down?
Well, your robes are torn to shreds.
Okay.
Because it was a +2 magic item, which is actually pretty beastly.
Got nobody to give it to anyways.
Yep.
Magic items. Bam. No. Tiny. Aetherbound hat. Pendant of Earth Elementals.
Who is this?
Nel's items. Aetherbound hat. Pendant of Earth Elementals. And unfortunately, he lost everything else when he made a contract with the devil.
You frick.
Everything else got burnt in the contract.
Wait.
And Rathmodar.
Yep.
You find a huge bag of gold coins. A contract for the Red Wizards and the Cult of the Dragon. A enchanted amulet. And his robes are obviously magical. So just write those down. Rathmodars.
Yep.
Robes, amulet, huge bag of gold. Do you want the number or should I just whisper it to you?
You just should go ahead and whisper it to me.
Mirren doesn't care too much.
I wish I could see your face.
Take a picture.
That you can't.
So, are you guys just going to hang out with Cranon for the night?
Mhm.
Take a long rest like a Mathon suggested?
One other thing I'd probably do is during this downtime, I'd be cutting some stuff off Vorg and Sherrick's over there.
Okay, you can definitely do that. Start writing in, I don't know, write in like
Claws, anything of value.
Vorgan Sharak's claws, scales. You could probably take, yes, it is, Jake. You could take a good amount of them if you move some of your loot out of the bag of holding. But the claws, they're the size of
Yeah, they're big.
they're huge. The claws themselves are like the size of a bottle. And the scales are like dinner plates. They're huge. And then when you knock on them, they're extremely hard. I mean, it's just a struggle to
get anything.
cut them off one at a time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's rough.
Does he have any not necessarily scales, but some of the scales, but that might make a good shield or something like that?
The scales themselves would. Any of the larger plates is going to take longer than you have to cut off. If Shield was here, he could probably tell you how to get them off. But, that was more his shtick than yours.
Yep.
So you can probably grab, if you work pretty hard at it, about 6 plate-sized Vorgan Sharak scales. And those claws wouldn't be too hard to get, so you can grab about 4 of those.
Hey, Keith.
Mathon, while they're doing that, what are you going to do?
Chilling.
By Cranon?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like he's not taking the burden of your brother's death away from you, but he's maybe helping bear it. You're feeling a lot lighter when you're just sitting in front of Cranon and, when you're just there.
I'll fly back down
Chill
and
out.
sit next to Mathon. I'll dig a little hole in front of me. I'm gonna look at a Mathon, and I'm gonna take out 1 coin. I'm gonna say Glevith. I'm gonna put it in a hole. I'm gonna say Octavian. I'm gonna put it in a hole. Agatar. I'm gonna put it in a hole, and I'm gonna cover the hole up.
One more. Skurg. Oh, no? Oh, hell no.
You haters.
Gross. He's pointing at you, Tiny, because he liked it.
Oh, we should probably loot him too.
Cranon, Skurg is gone.
His body disappeared.
His body disappeared along with...
Do we have Glevith's hammer?
Hmm?
Do we have Glevith's hammer?
Levis gone too.
Yeah, and his hammer? That was magical?
I think it was a +1 war pick, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And Glevith had it back, and Glevith's body is gone.
Okay.
I did return it to him.
Tiny, when you do that little coin ritual for each of your bros that was lost, Cranon's going to look at you and do a very slow nod, and then go back to meditating.
How many teeth can I get off Vorgan Sharak?
Teeth, 2d10. 2d8. 2d8.
I figure I can spare it.
It was
There you go.
probably his anyway.
Oh wow, the ratio changes here a bit, boys.
Oh yeah, bigger cut for me, right?
Oh my god.
As I coming down, I just like carrying the stuff. I chuck them over at like Tiny. These will be worth something.
He throws 6 scales that are the size of plates, 2 beer bottle or not 2. How many claws did I say?
4.
4 beer bottle sized claws, and
17.
enormous, like 7 enormous teeth, kind of clatter in front of you.
You're gonna have to find a linen sack for those.
Go over, grabs Nell's robes.
Wow. Jeef, there's just so much respect. Jeefy, I love you. I love Nell, but damn, that's cold. I love it.
Gee, you grew on us like a wart did.
Mirren, when you grab those robes, you hear, "Ooh, delicious."
I'm gonna when we're sitting
Here
here
in
waiting.
tribe, but there's might as well make use of it.
When we're sitting here waiting, I'm going to identify the robes and the amulet.
All right, Tiny. When you identify the jump, can I just say 'em?
Yeah.
Okay, those are red wizard robes of the master illusionist. You can cast illusion spells as if you were 6 levels higher.
Well, I
Damn.
immediately just drop all of my clothes and just slide into the robes.
By the way, you wearing those robes most places is not going to be looked highly upon.
Just color them differently.
You're an illusionist now. Glamour them.
Ah, good call. So wait, I can cast as a 6th level wizard, but illusion spells?
No. So you cast illusion spells that you know as if you were 6 levels higher than you are.
Oh my god!
So you
I
don't
can go
learn new
invisible.
spells. You don't get new spell slots, but your illusions are more powerful.
I can go invisible forever.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
The amulet. Why don't you roll a history check?
Give me un momento, por favor.
You see? 9. Okay, it looks like it's a very well-made amulet. It's you've seen its make before, or at least amulets like it. You're not 100% sure where. You can't quite put your finger on it. But it's an amulet that lets you comprehend languages.
Nero would take the dragon mask out from his pants and just like tuck into his armor. That's getting a little uncomfortable.
Mirren pulls out a super sweaty dragon mask and puts it in front of him.
Well, I'll tuck in like my armor now by my chest.
Oh, there you go.
It's getting a little crowded down there.
So did you guys want to take a long rest in Crannon's crater, or did you want to just move on?
Planning on taking a long rest.
Okay, so Crannon, as you guys can probably expect, doesn't say a word the entire time you're there. Every time you guys start sitting in front of him, Brian, he lightens the load of Octavian's loss a little bit. Mirren, it seems like when you're sitting here, you have an easier connection with Timora. It seems like when you flip a coin, you can call your odds better than you normally could. You say heads, it lands heads. You say tails, it lands tails. Tiny, you just feel really good, man.
Yeah.
Like real good.
Yeah. Oh no, I know, but I don't feel real good because of this fucker. I feel real good because I'm a noob.
But he never says anything. And every so often, he will take a couple vines out of the water and put maybe 3 or 4 back in, and every time he changes the vines out, he winces in pain.
Guys, I want to try something. I'm going to cast invisibility.
Tiny goes invisible.
And I'm going to target a Mathon and Mirren as well. Because you can target additional creatures at higher levels!
Oh, snap! It works. All 3 of you go invisible.
Oh, tight. You're it. And I run away. I touch a Mathon and yell, "You're it."
Yeah, he's gonna stay sitting.
By the way, we might be invisible for like an hour.
Too bad there's no one around to actually.
I'll break the
basically-
concentration so that we all come out.
All right. So, if you guys aren't going to do anything else of import tonight, while you set up camp, you start a fire, but as soon as the fire gets lit, Cranon kind of stops you, and you don't feel like you need one. The whole night you're resting, you feel warm, you feel good. You wake up in the morning, all of your hit points are regenerated, all of your spells are regenerated, all of your hit dice are regenerated. It's like the best night's sleep you've ever gotten, and you slept on the ground.
I had a huge fucking pillow.
You also, all 3 of you, get a brief snippet of a dream.
Brian?
What up? Last
And-
night.
And a Mathon, it's
Yeah,
not
dream
your normal
dream.
type of dream that you have, that you're used to. It's actually semi-pleasant. It's more feelings than it is anything else.
Does he have to clean his pants in the morning?
And it's Cranon. You see a picture of Cranon holding back this gigantic tide, as like he's standing there and using his entire willpower to hold back this gigantic wave.
Can we see what the wave is?
Or is that just a Mathon?
No. It's not like a Mathon's normal dreams, because he has different types of dreams. But all 3 of you get this image, which is feelings and imagery of this huge stone giant holding back this enormous tide.
I guess when we wake
Oh.
up, I'll say, "What are you holding back?"
You should have asking that question in the dream.
When you wake up in the morning, you guys see Tiny walk up to Cran, and he kind of just looks at you, Tiny. He looks back at the pool. He pulls 2 vines out, puts 3 in, and winces in pain. And then slowly but surely collects himself and looks at you, and starts meditating again.
The fuck?
Everybody roll an insight check. Actually, one of you roll an insight check. Everybody else can help. Just delete that so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I'll assist, I guess.
Sorry, I'm trying to get back to my...
I think I got the highest insight.
I'll go. So it's at advantage?
Mm-hmm.
20.
Pool of Radiance is a pool of some sort of immense power. A lot of people were trying to get it. A lot of people were trying to hide its existence. Cranon is obviously some sort of powerful druid. I mean, from the amount of vines that he can control alone and the connection that he probably has with the earth, he's telling you not to do anything to the pool, not to do anything to the vines, because he's holding back something in the pool or the pool itself.
I'll ask him what's in the pool. What's the wave he's keeping back? Is the wave Tiamat?
He's going to look at you again. He's going to look at the pool. Just gonna put his arms out like he's gesturing to the crater. And then he'll kind of like do like this calming motion. And then he'll start meditating again. Like telling you to sit and relax. And he'll start meditating again.
I'll sit back down.
So then the real question at this point is, boys,
How much time I actually want to spend
how
here?
long do you want to sit in Crannon's crater? If you want to do another night, you can. We can ask tomorrow.
I will lay out the cards and ask tomorrow.
You will get a, what's the good one, boon?
I actually can use this one where I can get like a more direct answer. I'd have to look it up though.
That's
So
fine.
we'll-
I know you have the spell. Timora will say that Crannon is very wise and that you can learn a lot from Crannon's persistence and patience, and it would be a great boon to learn as much as you can while you're there.
I'll sit and meditate.
Man's like, cards say wait, I'll wait.
I'm gonna go over to the rock pile.
Okay.
I'm gonna start positioning rocks into a hut.
All right.
I'm gonna start kind of like, almost like frickin' the Shire. Kind of making a,
Like a hut, like a little hut.
yeah, like a little hut.
After Tiny, you see Mirren and Amathon kind of like chilling out in front of Crannon. After you finish your glorious hut, you see Crannon open his eyes. He kind of holds his hand up a little bit. Does this. Oh my gosh. Let me just step back. There we go. This way. There we go. Does this. All the rocks kind of raise up off of the ground, go back into their original piles, and then he gestures in front of him for you to sit down. After like 4 hours of lifting rocks and putting them in place.
I know there's a lesson to be learned there, but I refuse to learn it. I don't understand the question, and I refuse to answer it.
After another long day, which when you guys were never bored, really. Well, Tiny was super bored, but Amathon and Mirren, meditating, the time just seems to pass like it's no issue at all.
We made Pantry playing solitaire.
The second night, you get another image added to the dream. You see this gigantic looking dragon made out of bones, almost like a Draco Lich of legend, trapped inside the water, Crannon still holding it back.
Huh. A Draco. That doesn't sound good.
What are you guys going to do on the third day?
Continue decomposing.
Yep. That's definitely happening up there, alongside Vorg and Shirax.
I mean, guys, I don't want to be here when that comes out. If that comes out,
I don't think it'll come out.
are you winning
And
against the
Aaron would
dragon?
just literally be
Against the
put the
bone
cards-
dragon?
When you ask that question, Tiny, he takes 2 vines out of the water, puts 3 in, winces in pain, collects himself, and starts meditating.
Are you gonna have to do that for all time? Or will this eventually heal?
He nods.
Okay.
I say we stay one more night to see if we see something else.
Okay. You guys go to sleep on the last night. You see the same image as before, except this time, on your 4th and final night, Crannon, for a brief moment during the dream, turned towards you and says, Sometimes sacrifice is the only way to get what you want. And then your dream ends. And you're back to where you are. And you're meditating. Sometimes sacrifice is the only means to an end. Sometimes sacrifice is the only way you can get what you want. All these different interpretations. It's more of a feeling than it is actual words. Just like it's an image and a feeling at the same time. It's almost like you guys were all granted +1 wisdom! Brandon's boon!
Oh, daddy, I'm up to 13.
Is that permanent?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm at 19.
Oh, Bob.
One more point and you're maxed out.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. Cranon provides the wisdom. But for real, there is a lesson that you're missing there, Tiny. Man, sometimes you gotta do something shitty to keep back, something even worse. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice yourself for the greater good, bro. Sometimes you gotta ally with a sorceress who may have infernal intent, to stop the cult of the dragon.
I don't
Who
understand
knows?
the question, and I won't respond to it.
Who knows, man? There's wisdom there.
We have to sacrifice our friends so we can live on.
Yeah, Mirren and I.
Pretty much how he's rolling.
How I picture this group ending is Mirren and I standing atop the corpses of our high-fiving each other.
All of them. But we're still here. Literally no one left on the planet.
A Mathon, kind of, off to the sides of the pile of corpses, playing the worst ocarina tune you guys have ever heard. Toot, 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 toot.
Your brother had the skills, not you.
Well, for real, y'all get +1 wisdom. Good job.
Should we head back?
Well, this one. I'm sorry.
Naleska is definitely rotting, about 25 feet away from the corpse of Vorg and Sherax.
Not fast enough.
Jesus Christ. So is Rathmodar's naked body.
The great thing about Sharpshooter is he doesn't have cover! 9 damage!
2 more arrows slam into Naleska's dead body. Still dead.
Well, before we do decide to leave, maybe is there anything we should do to, protect this place? They know where this location is now.
Do they, or did everyone who knew come here?
We don't know. But it's likely that something could happen again. And then he'll look up at will you be okay holding the gate? Do you have any way of, calling for help if it's needed?
He'll just kind of gesture around, give you this open arm look, like I'm doing all that I can.
I mean, Vorg and Sherax wasn't able to get past him. Maybe eventually, but I don't think the average schmuck's gonna manage it.
Vorg and Sherax was slamming breath attacks into the pool or the pool area, and you saw it bouncing off this huge shell that seemed to be around Cranon.
I'll have to trust that he can handle himself.
Yeah, I think we should start making our way back to Flan to tell them that
Yeah,
they can rebuild with all that labor force.
Yeah, there isn't much left there, that's for sure.
But they
Flan's
have plenty
pretty
of money
much
to
in
pay the
ruins.
bugbears.
And at this point, you have the Green Dragon mass. Vorg and Sherax is dead. And, even though he was here momentarily in a crying fit, Garrick did want you. That was, the quest that I almost said Cult of the Dragon. Order of the Gauntlet set you to Flan originally, is just to get that Green Dragon mask and come back to Waterdeep.
So maybe head back there and then head back to Waterdeep.
So just head back to Flan. What do you
Head
guys
back
want to
to
do
Flan.
when you get to Flan?
Tell the people in the prison that it's cool.
Well,
And
didn't they already get out? Like, I thought we got
Some
them
of
back to
them
the city.
stayed. Hector Brom stayed because he, needed. If he came, there was a chance that he might die, and he was needed for the rebuilding of
let them
Flan.
know that it's good, and then maybe if we can commandeer a ship.
We could head to a Mallmaster. Might be able to get. I'm completely on our name or her father to
We
send us
could
back.
we could see if we could commandeer a ship in water or in Flan to see if we can.
The ship would take ages, though.
Well, there might be a ship in port. We could tell them we're going to sail to Waterdeep and to find help.
There is one of the fastest ships available on the open seas available to you guys at
Oh,
Water.
yes, that's right.
Leon
Captain
Ocean Motion.
Leo Ocean Motion. That's right, Amathon. He can get you to Waterdeep faster than any
Except for
Little
maybe Mr.
skiff on
Horizon Walker.
on the Moon Sea. Or, yeah,
Let-
Octavian did have a little amulet to. Oh, go ahead, Mathon. More important.
Oh no! Didn't he use that amulet?
He did. But he might have been given another one.
True. But even if you use Horizon Walker, you don't actually know where you're gonna end up.
Yeah, and even so, yeah. Let's just
Let's
I
at
think
least
we-
go back to Flan and decide
Yeah.
from there.
All right, you guys can make your way back to Flan.
Octavian's body was taken by Philip, right?
Correct. Everything that he had.
yeah, because we failed. Like we were trying really hard to kill him, and it just something I will take to my grave on how I failed.
As you guys are walking out of the crater, it seems like the last 4 days that you spent hanging out with Cranon, they kind of, as you're walking further away, they kind of become more and more of a blur. Like, it's harder to remember exactly what you guys were doing during those days, but all you do remember is that you feel better having spent them there.
Good enough for me.
So you go back to Flan, no problem. You find the island, the prison that everyone was holed up in. Hector Brum's there. He looks at you guys. Oh my gosh. What happened?
The dragon is dead.
The portal is safe. That's what matters.
Flan is safe, but not with the cost. Without the cost, Glevith.
Glevith
Actually,
didn't survive?
Pretty much the entire Thieves Guild didn't
What you
survive.
see is what survived.
So no. What about our workforce?
They were already dead when we arrived.
Everyone but us who went is dead.
Honestly, Glevith kind of got what he deserved.
Hector's saying this?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Running a thieves guild, a backhanded welcomer under my nose. If we worked together,
Hector,
he
be careful
probably wouldn't have
when
been in
you
this
use your next
situation.
words.
Yeah, Hector, you don't have many people to rule, and look to the looks of it, many guards. You should really watch what you're saying to people right now.
Especially as they died to help save you right now.
I am graciously and forever in the three of yours debt. Not only for ridding me of this terrible green blight Vorgenshirax, ridding the region of this terrible green blight Vorgenshirax, but giving me a reason to build a wall. Keeping out anyone who tries to come into my city again. I am going to make Flan great again. And that is a promise that I can promise you three.
Guys, we might need to kill another one.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle Hector Trump.
I just want to point out to you guys, I could get 1,000 gold for that full plate.
So, does he have any guards or anything like that around?
We are going to rebuild, gentlemen. And if you come back in 3 years' time, I promise to hold you the biggest banquet you have ever seen this side of the Moon Sea. Not only that, I'll forever hail you as the protectors of Flan, the destroyers of Vorg and Sherax. Flan spelled with a P.
Oh.
Unfortunately, as you know, most of Flan's been destroyed. Our citizens have been destroyed. They've been through the worst 2 weeks anyone in this region has ever experienced. Now, let me look at you and say this. We'll come back stronger. And it's from the help of you guys.
I declare the title of Treasurer of Flan.
Granted. But
Okay.
we need to build this city back up first. We're going to need, when it's all going to start with a strong,
Workforce of bugbears.
yes,
The
workforce.
city on rock and
A strong and solid base of constituents that will listen to what I say and follow my rules. Praise Bane like we all know we should. And use any gold that you might have acquired from the dragon taking it from us so that we have the currency to build this city back up. Did you happen to find any gold while you were?
No.
No.
Oh. Well, that's okay, I bet you.
All that was in the, like, what's his name? Oh. Shaw just disconnected for me.
I'm so glad you two answered.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Ah! I hit the back button on my mouse.
Does Hector Brom look powerful?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay,
Oh, okay, what?
Does Hector Brom, was he a paladin?
Yeah, Paladin of Bane.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's going to make Flan great again, bro.
Can you? I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna write up a contract, basically decreeing myself as treasurer of Flan.
You know what? I'll give you treasure, Tiny and Mathan. I'll make you the head of our guard. Mirren, you can erect a temple to Timora, just not quite as big as Bane's. And I'll let you do it in the middle of the city if you want, if you so please. You are the saviors of Flan. You took down Vorg and Sherax. What else can I do for you? Do you understand the great honor that I'm bestowing upon you all? The problem is here that I have a city to rebuild and I need to do that now.
Yeah.
So if you come back later, I can give you those honors. I don't have honors to bestow upon you right now.
Yeah. Then
All I've had is my title and my land.
There's no reason for us to be here at the moment, so we're just passing through on our way out.
As we're going to do a stop in Waterdeep as first order of business.
Is Leo Ocean Motion still in port?
Oh yeah. It seems
gonna
like
go for
most
it.
of the people that stayed here got as far away from Hector Brom as they possibly could. It seems like everyone else that wasn't, praising Bane or a part of Flan's citizenry is hanging out on Leo's boat.
Okay. I'm going to Leo's boat.
Yep.
I will follow.
Oi, gents.
Can you take us back to Waterdeep?
That shouldn't be a problem. You finally ready to get out of here?
Yeah, we're definitely ready to get out of here.
Holy shit.
How fast can you get us out of here, in fact?
This place is a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's putting it lightly.
Holy crap. Why were you here in the... Did you finish everything you need? Thanks, Nell. You're the best.
Yeah, we finished everything we need.
Okay, let's get out of here. Boom, end scene. This is good because we're going to pick up in Waterdeep. So it's going to take you guys about 2 weeks to get back to Waterdeep, all said and done. We're going to start up next session. Jeef can bring in a new character. Brady's going to bring in a new character, so we'll be back up to 5. It'll be good.
That'll yeah.
Amathon, Tiny, Mirren. What level are you guys right now?
Thought we were 10.
I am 9, so I think you guys are probably 10.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe we should be.
Oh, no, I'm 9.
Yeah, I thought
Everyone's
Yeah.
9, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Oh.
Tiny and Mirren. Fuck it. Amathon, you've been in here long enough. Everybody level up to 10. Nell, you're bringing in someone at level 9. I mean, Jeef.
All right.
And that is somehow through a roundabout goddamn way the end of part 1 of Horde of the Dragon Queen. Holy shit. Oh
That
my
took a while.
god.
It's only taken a couple years.
Yeah.
2,
But-
4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and a half dead.
But Tiny and Mirren have been around essentially since the beginning, so it's okay.
Level.
And my previous character's around too, Gix.
And technically, Shield and Jakar might still be around. And Godric's just off, killing
Merkin-
people on the
Merkin
lift.
folks.
On the list, so no big deal there.
Oh no, here I go killing again.
So, if you guys want, we can either keep
Ooh.
going and do the second half, or we can start a new group. It's up to you.
I'd kind of like to finish what we started.
Okay, good. I have a lot left. I just didn't know. It's been so all over the place. I took on too much. I'm also buying the module for the second half, so that'll be a lot easier.
So you don't have to make maps.
Yeah.
Make every single map.
Yeah,
You'll
mentioned
you
that the other
will
day.
you will like it a lot.
Big keynotes from this session. The stuff that Garrick was screaming. The fact that all the dead bodies disappeared, or at least the able-ish
Yep.
bodies ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
My stats are getting a little out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 19s.
That's nice. What's everybody's wisdom now?
0.
19.
14. I'm 8, 19, 10, 19, 14, 16.
Yeah, that ain't bad. What's your 8?
Strength? Fuck strength.
Yep.
With
That ain't...
when you got a potion of giant strength on the belt.
I am 14, 12, 13, 10, 19, 12.
Yeah,
I thought
that's not pretty good. Boom.
16, 10,
Done.
16, 10, 13, 12.
You guys want to see a preview of what you're going to be dealing with?
I can give you a preview of what Plan's gonna be dealing with. The Thieves Guild rises again.
Dude, Tiny just need to orchestrate the new Thieves Guild for flying.
You own the money. You own the city.
Hey Shaw, did you see my message in Slack?
I did not. I will open it up right now.
Yes, you can be a gay pirate.
Yes, you can be a gay pirate.
We're okay with it if you're a gay guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Told
Okay.
you.
Love it. Love it already. Send me character deets.
I'll figure it out. Gotta,
So, what's
gotta write
gonna
a
happen?
backstory.
I'll kind of give you, I'm going to do what Jake did. I'll just give you a rundown as to what happens. Essentially, you're going to go back to Waterdeep. And like before, there's going to be a second council meeting. Because the first one, if you remember, let me see if I archive the sheet. Council of Waterdeep, round 1. There was the council in Elturel. I'll restore that. There's going to be a second. Here we go. All right. So if you guys remember, you had the council in Elturel where you met Garrick and Agatar from the Order of the Gauntlet and Leosin and Anthar, and they set you on your original path. Don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. Who did it?
Me.
You need to put it over Anthar and Leosin too.
Why?
Wait, did Antar die?
Yeah, he died when Elturel got absolutely
that's
destroyed by
right.
a gigantic blue dragon. And Leosin you haven't seen in a long time. So you had this original council, this council on Elturel that set you on the path going forward. It was essentially Garrick working through Agatar that sent you north to Waterdeep, following a bunch of loot that was collected by the Cult of the Dragon raiding cities in the Greenest region, if you remember that correctly. Eventually, after about 2 years of in real life time, you got to Waterdeep, where you had the first Council of Waterdeep.
Legendary.
Oh yeah, Haven.
Where
What up, babe?
you saw more members of the Gauntlet and the Harpers, but you also started to see Marshal Ravengard, Delon Winterhound, and the Zentarim got added in to this council facing off against the Cult of the Dragon. And this is where you were sent to Flan from this Council of Waterdeep. You were sent to Flan to get the green dragon mask. So you guys are going to come back to Waterdeep for the second time, where you're going to have Council of Waterdeep round 2 and potentially have even more allies or enemies. Who knows? But that's a preview for next time.
Sounds good.
Sweet, dude.
And it's kind of to give you an idea as to what's happening. More and more people are realizing that the Cult of the Dragon is becoming a threat. So more and more people are banding together to stop them. And it was all started by this beautiful elf right here, Garagaleen. I love him so much. He's my favorite NPC, and you guys don't know shit about him, except that he cried when Agatar died. What up?
Mirren will be hunting him down as soon as he gets back to have a conversation.
Probably a good idea.
What a whoop.
But yeah, we can start that in the next session. There's a chance that I'm going to my cabin this weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do Saturday, but we'll do next Monday again if you guys want to.
You can happily take over my Monday slot.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Never mind.
Probably
never mind.
not a good idea next one.
Probably not a good idea next
The
Monday.
Monday after that? Yeah, probably.
So Monday in 2 weeks?
Yep.
Council of Waterdeep Part 2?
Yeah, give Chief some more time.
Give Jeef some time to make a character. Give Brady
I guess
time
I
to
can
make
have a
character.
baby.
Does anybody have any ideas as to what's going on yet?
Is that the second?
Oh, yeah. Right before
What?
4th of July. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious on why they were trying to summon that Draco Lich.
Well, we
mean-
don't know if they're trying to
Yeah.
summon it or they're trying to break it out.
Well, they're trying to break it out. I mean, I guess I say summon, but they kill half giant. They kill giant, it comes out. I mean, it's another dragon in the force of evil, which it probably will help get Tiamat free.
And we still got the thing that's really going on behind the scenes that brought up last time.
Yep.
That everyone just kind of ignored.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're trying to get Tiamat out over letting her stay where she's at. So
There's
there is
Doom.
Daddy.
Yeah.
There is
Are you
Daddy.
raising your hand or scratching your armpit?
Scratching my armpit.
There was also a big revelation last session that kind of came to the front and might have gotten forgotten.
What's that?
Our memories were fake or something?
Agatar's memories weren't exactly correct. He remembers a war that pushed a bunch of orcs out of the region to the east of the Moon Sea.
Well, yeah,
there
he seemed like he was an elf. He had the memories of an elf.
But, so, yeah, the Forest of Lether, all this area over here. You remember that Agatar was sailing on the Sea of Fallen Stars when his family got killed? But when you're thinking about it, when the person who had history in Elven, Nel, brought it up, it wasn't orcs that got pushed out of that area, it was elves.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, something to do with Garrett.
If you Shaw, if you want to do the Garrett conversation in Slack or something like that, can do that too.
Yeah, we can do that.
Where's Flan in this?
Right up here.
Oh, yep. Oh shit, we gotta.
I've traced your entire route through the whole session.
We've got quite a ship ride back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Go to
it's
Maulmaster, down to the Dragon's Reach, over to the Dragon Mere.
River is over.
River's over. Yep.
and that's
the
going to be
bumpers.
what color now?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to make one for just Mirren, Tiny, and Amathon. So maybe like red, because of all the blood that they're
Bloody,
leaving in,
yeah.
in their tracks. I don't know.
I'm not doing a damn thing on the boat. FYI. I'm not pulling my weight, and I will pay my way.
As soon as you start flashing gold, Tiny, everyone understands. At least Leo and his crew do.
You know, how much would it cost to get the captain's quarter for the journey?
Oh, from Leo? Oh, dude, he'll give you a smooth bargain at like 50 gold for the whole journey.
Fucking hey, I'll drop 50 gold in his hand and be like, boys, we got the captain's quarters.
Leo will say, pleasure doing business with you, snap his fingers, and another quarters gets added on top of that one,
Yeah.
which he then, will sleep in.
Fuck it, let's all just take in our own individual room and just keep that thing going higher.
Yeah,
Suddenly the trip takes 3 weeks instead of 2 because the boat's riding a little low.
All I can think of is like Jeremy Clarkson's like vacation car, where it was like really, really high,
Yeah.
kept tipping over.
Look at all that blue, though. Man, you guys had so many things. What a good party. And then, boom, 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 boom. Look at that yellow. Dag Nabbit, Atlantic, Gix, Durin, and
Oh.
fucking Sky again. Oh, man, they didn't last too long.
Don't you worry, Dagnabbit's coming back.
Oh, don't worry. He actually is.
What?
He's already into the story, baby.
What? I love Dagnabbit way too. He was the best warlord in the world.
He's the laziest
The
fucking
lazy
warlord.
one.
What?
Fight.
What? He had a gauntlet for a weapon.
Yeah, so you can point at people.
Hey, you. Do my job.
It was a +1 gauntlet.
Hey, you. Do my job.
He was a tactician.
He's like me, who knows what's best for the Packers. He's a couch coach. He's a couch GM. Except in this instance, he's like a couch fighter. It's great.
Alright, I think I'm done leveling up.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I didn't have to. I don't think.
I'm gonna.
Yep.
I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
sit
boys.
here and be sad.
Just think
My
about it. Chief,
superior
sorry
today.
about Nell.
It's
I
all
love
right.
you.
I
You know,
don't
one
blame
of the-
you. I don't blame you at all. You didn't swing the sword.
Oh, at level 10, I get divine intervention.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Nathan was a little hasty, but
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Tiny. I'll just take your words when Chief wasn't a part of the conversation into account and shut my mouth.
I mean,
I had these visions of you guys storming the gates of hell,
I wanted to, but I
going
also.
after Octavian's soul.
Oh,
as
don't
as
figure out-
as Cinnabuns
still-
rain down from the sky, crashing into you guys, and you hear this maniacal laughter yelling out "delicious."
Might still happen.
That's true. That's true. There's nothing stopping you
yeah,
guys.
it would have been great having Nell with us to storm the gates of hell, and he couldn't attack the one guy we needed.
Yeah.
I was gonna have it cast Power Word Kill of it originally, but I didn't want to take that away from him, you guys. So I just had it did Power Word Stun instead.
Oh man, powered kill would have been just vicious. Do you have 100 hit points? No. You're dead.
You're dead.
I think you guys will like who's coming. I'll give you a
Oh.
name. I'll give you guys a name. Can I give him the name?
You can give him whatever you want,
Give-
brother.
Does
Orf.
the boy have a name?
Orf Lifemaker.
Ooh, suspense.
I've already got a backstory brewing.
Oh, he's a druid.
I'm saying nothing.
You've already said everything.
Have I?
You never go in on us with a Sicilian. You've given it all away already.
Ah, good game.